So recently, President Obama did something that communicates to me that the Democratic Party no longer has a single redeeming value. See, I was always someone who disliked the Democratic Party. I felt disenfranchised by them, but I voted for them, especially for presidents, because, well, if you don't like the policies, you at least get good Supreme Court justices. So, for example, even though I dislike Bill Clinton very much for moving the entire Democratic Party to the right, well, he still appointed Ruth Bader Ginsburg, one of the best Supreme Court justices, arguably the best of all time. Barack Obama, he appointed Sonia Sotomayor, one of the best Supreme Court justices ever. Now, I fully expected both Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders to appoint good Supreme Court justices. But Obama has officially shown me that this one redeeming value of the Democratic Party no longer exists. That's right, you already know, Barack Obama has announced that he will be appointing a conservative, Merrick Garland, to the Supreme Court. Now, of course, he's doing this to try to extend an olive branch to the Republicans because they've already said they're going to fight him at every turn. But I've got news for you, Obama. You can literally resurrect Ronald Reagan and try to appoint him, and they're going to block it. They don't want anything to do with you. This is a partisan matter, not a policy matter. And by appointing a conservative, you fell for their trap. Hook, line, and sinker. You fell for it. So the one reason why I was always inclined to vote for Democrats over third-party candidates in general elections was because, well, they're going to appoint Supreme Court justices. This is important. I want them to appoint Supreme Court justices that are liberal, who are going to overturn Citizens United, and that are going to maintain Roe v. Wade and marriage equality. But do we know what Merrick Garland's stance is on Citizens United or McCutcheon? We don't. Do we know what Merrick Garland's stance is on marriage equality? Nope. We have no reason to vote for the Democratic Party anymore. Hillary Clinton supporters have actually made a good point saying that, look, you've got to support whoever the Democratic nominee is, otherwise a Republican's going to get in, and he or she is going to appoint Supreme Court justices that are highly conservative that'll destroy the country. But guess what? Doesn't matter anymore. We already knew that you get the same goddamn policies regardless of the party who you vote for, but now you're going to get the same type of Supreme Court justices. Now people will say, look, Hillary Clinton, she's going to be different, right? Well, I can already envision it now. I don't trust her. So she's going to get in and say, look, I understand that there's this Supreme Court opening, but I think that we need to unite the country, and I can't do this to the Republicans. I can't appoint someone who's incredibly liberal, so I'm going to pick a moderate too and unite the country. So now this throws the idea that Hillary Clinton would appoint liberal justices into question. What if Republicans maintain the Senate? Is she going to get up there and put up a centrist or a right-wing justice too? Again, this is so frustrating. We don't have a two-party system. We have a one-party system, and the one thing that separates them is a couple of social issues and their partisan ID label. They hate each other just because of their names. If you have an R, the D's are going to hate you. If you have a D in front of your name, the R's are going to hate you. That's all it is. It's partisan games. And when it comes to policy, they're both the same. They're both trying to appease their donors. And now they're both going to appoint the same type of Supreme Court justices. Why would Obama do this when it's an election year and you've got to rally up the base and get them excited? But you're telling me that we have to support the Democratic Party when they're going to put up these centrist, right-wing Supreme Court justices? There's not one reason to vote for you anymore. Why would we vote for you? But yet, I'm supposed to fall in line and do what the media and the Democratic establishment wants me to do because it's a Democrat and, they're better on social issues and you don't want to get conservative Supreme Court justices on the court, do you? It doesn't matter who you vote for anymore. Both parties have the same exact agendas. Appease their donors and fuck over the voters. That's what they do. That's what they've done all along, and that's what they're going to continue to do. So unless you get someone in there like Bernie Sanders, nothing will change. But we know Hillary Clinton will most likely be just like Obama and buckle to what the Republicans want. Congratulations, Democratic Party. You have now disenfranchised 100% of your base.